everybody, I'm Flis from Fox and Kit Cafe. This is Nola. Can you say hello?
Hello.
Hello. We are taking part in the Kids of Bath Lockdown Festival today. I hope you've had a really nice morning. There's some really cool activities going on all day, so if you've only just joined in, make sure you stick around because there's loads of cool things happening. We are going to show you how to make our really popular savoury muffins today. They sell loads and loads in the cafe, and it's a really easy, simple recipe to make, and hopefully, I haven't done it with small helpers before, but hopefully we're going to be super duper helpful, aren't we?
Yeah.
And
we're going to, and I know.
oh yes, sorry, I should have said, shouldn't I? We've got our Elsa dress on today. Very, very pretty. Hope everyone's dressed up at home. So I've done a recipe card. You can find it on my profile from today on Instagram and Facebook and all of those things. I'll make sure that it's available. So if you miss out on the cook along, you can either watch this back on YouTube or on the Kids of Bath site, or go and find it on social media.
Or donuts. Ice cream or donuts.
Or just go and have some ice cream or donuts. Sure, yeah, why not? Okay, so we're going to do everything in real time because it is a really, really quick and easy recipe. First thing we need to do is preheat the oven. So we're going to put it on to 180 degrees, make sure the grown-up does that. Then, all of the things, I've taken a photo and I'll put it here now. If I can work out how to do that. If not, I'll post it on my page, of all the things you're going to need. Basically, we need a bowl to put everything in and mix it up with. We need a muffin tin, which we're going to put the cases in a minute.
Well, I'm having a shiny one.
We're having shiny cases today, which we found some in the cupboard. But you can use whatever you've got. And if you've only got tiny little cupcake ones, don't worry about it. You just might need another tin to fit all the mix in. Ingredients wise, you should have pretty much everything in the fridge or the cupboard. You need 2 eggs. We've got medium ones, it doesn't really matter. It's quite an adaptable recipe, so if you've got some things and you sort of slosh it in a little bit, or your little helper sloshes it in a little bit, you should be able to rescue it. We've got some cheese, we've got some veggies, which are slightly looking a little bit ropey from a veg box. That's fine, it's a really good use up recipe. Today,
and salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper, what else have we got? What's this?
Flour.
Flour, self-raising flour. Some
Milk,
and you can use any dairy-free milk as well. I've got loads of
normal
milk.
We call it milky.
Milky, okay, cool, we can call it milky. You need a veggie stock cube, but only half of one. And then that's it, I think. So, we also need some scales, but only for one tiny bit of measuring. I'm going to measure a couple of other bits today because all of my measuring cups and things are at the cafe.
And I love you.
That's nice. I love you too.
I love Rosie and Liza.
Okay.
I say you that.
Okay.
And
Maybe nice.
have a good day today.
And have a good day today. That's really nice. So the first thing we're going to do...
And we need to have some butter and hot water.
Yeah, so the first thing we've already done, which Nola's just told you, is we've popped 75 grams of butter, we'll put it over here out of the way of small hands, in just some hot water. You can do it in the microwave if you want, but it's slightly easier and it's a bit of a science experiment.
Did it melt?
Nearly, it's nearly melted. I'll give it a bit of a smush and we'll put it back in the hot water for a few minutes, yeah? Because we don't need it quite yet.
It melted in a hot knife.
The hot knife?
Yeah.
The sharp knife, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to use that in a second.
Yeah.
Well, I am, you're not. Okay, so 75 grams of butter. We're just going
and
to...
we need to have a knife too.
Yeah. So we're just going to put the butter with some hot water or put it in the microwave or whatever. So you've got 75 grams of melted butter.
Or put it in my microwave.
Or put it in your microwave.
I have
So
a top microwave.
the next thing to do is crack 2 eggs into this bowl. So, can you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to bang it on the side. Nice. crunchy.
That might be a little bit crunchy.
Oh yeah, we don't really want crunchy muffins, do we? Right, let's move that out of the way.
You want soft muffins?
You have to wipe your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, good idea. Okay. So, we've got our eggs and we're just going to mix them up, give them a little whisk.
I want to do that.
Yeah, you do that then. Lovely.
I'll do it.
That's it. And then we're going to add, it's about half a cup, but as I say, all my cups are at work, so I didn't really think about bringing baking things home with me when I close the door, so about that much. Mix that all up, put it back in the fridge. Awesome. Give it a bit more.
Can I do another mix? Can I do another mix, Mummy?
There we go. So hang on, that's all done for a moment. We're going to put that there. And then we're going to prep our veggies. So I've got a slightly ropey looking, ropey looking onion. So I'm going to prep that one because it's a bit more tricky to cut.
I want to do this one.
Okay.
I want to do this sharpener.
You want to do it with that knife, okay?
I have a grown-up one.
You've got a grown-up one, that's so cool.
Look.
Wow. You still have to be careful with it though, don't you?
Yeah.
Because it can still cut you. Okay, so yellow courgette. My husband hates courgettes, it's a bit of a family joke. And so when one came in the veg box, I thought, well, I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with it, because he won't eat it.
Shall we
So,
do veggies?
can you let me explain to the people what we're going to do? Yeah. Okay, thanks. So I'm just going to half it down the middle, and then we're going to cut it into ribbons. Ribbons.
I want party blowers for this.
Party blowers.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, if I give that to you,
Yeah.
can you slice it into little pieces? Cool, maybe a little bit smaller than that, because otherwise that's going to be really big.
This bit's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Can you slice that one in? Lovely. Because what we have to remember is they're not going to get cooked before we put them in the muffins. So anything that you chop up, you need to make sure it's going to cook just in the cooking time that it's been in the muffins. So carrots and things like that, usually if I do, we do lots of different combinations at the cafe. We do things like Mediterranean veg, if I've got some aubergine and some pepper and courgettes, all of those sort of things, I chop them up relatively small. Oh, that's really good, that's a really good size. Perfect. Just like that. Can you go down the... No, this way. Sorry, that wasn't a very good description, was it? That's it.
I want to do some more cotton.
That's it, yeah, no, don't worry about that bit.
No, I
Hang
want
on, let me show you.
that.
You can do it all by herself. It's lovely being free, isn't it? Don't put your fingers by the blade, darling. So about that much, and then slice it, okay? Can you do that? Don't put your other hand by the blade, mind. Okay, so we'll leave her doing that. So yeah, vegetables. We need to make sure that they're going to cook in the mix. So flavour combinations are, a lot of the time I use kind of frozen peas. They're really good things because you can just sling them in. Whatever you've got in your veg drawer, basically. If you think it would make a nice combination, or if your little one hasn't tried it before, it's a really nice way to kind of introduce some new flavours. What other veggies could we put inside, Nola? Carrots. Sometimes we put carrots.
And onion.
And then we have to cut the carrots quite small. Onion. So today...
I cut the carrots so small.
So small.
Like this.
So we're going to use up this yellow courgette. We probably only need half of it. I have to try and work out something else to do with this bit. It doesn't involve feeding it to my husband. We're going to do a little bit of red onion, again, probably half, maybe even a quarter. We'll see how we
Can I cut the onion too?
do you know what? I'm going to cut the onion because it's a bit more tricky. It's a bit slippier. Okay? you're doing really well there. Hope you're getting on okay at home. You haven't had any arguments yet. Cooking with children is a joy and quite stressful, and I totally appreciate that. Usually, obviously, when I cook these at work, I don't really have any helpers.
Can I do that bit?
Pardon?
I do that bit.
Well, yeah, you can do it just individual strips if you want. Is that easier doing it like that? Okay, do it like that then, that's fine. How much onion should we put in? About that much?
Yeah.
More or less?
More.
There we go. Might as well dice the whole thing, because if we don't use it all, we can use it for something else. I can put it in a tub and then it's all pre-prepped and I don't have to do it another day. So that's a good thing, isn't it? So yes, the flavours today. I think I'm probably like every other parent out there that I don't have any memory left. You know, 6, 7, how many weeks are we in? I don't know. This many weeks of 24/7 parenting is amazing. Not that great for your mental stability or your memory. Mine wasn't that great to start off with. So the flavour we're doing today, we're going to do some red onion because that's what we've got. So we're going to do some yellow courgette and we're going to probably put some peas in there as well. We're using cheddar cheese. We usually put cheddar cheese in ours at the cafe, but sometimes we put feta. That's a really nice one. We've done kind of courgette, pea, mint and feta. That's a really nice. You love feta, lovely.
I love it very much.
You love it very lots. Wow, delicious.
I love it at your party.
At the party?
At your party.
At our party, what, our New Year party? That was awesome, wasn't it? Who did we see at the party at the cafe?
Lou.
Lou, yes, Lou works at the cafe. Who else? Who was our special guest at the cafe?
No. Father Christmas.
No, it wasn't Father Christmas. Who came? Who came walking down the stairs? What did she say?
You.
No, not me. Who are you dressed as?
Elsa.
Oh. Elsa came and made a special appearance, didn't she? It was very exciting. Do you want me to do a few of these bits? Just so that we can finish a little bit quicker?
Yeah.
Yeah? This table's a bit slippy, isn't it? Okay. You nearly done with those?
Yeah.
Nearly. Okay. I'm sure everyone is in suspense at home for you cutting those vegetables. I think we're going to put some peas in today. You like peas, don't you?
I love it a lot.
A lot. Most
I
children
want
like peas.
this bit.
You don't like that bit? Okay. Oh. Maybe you did want that bit, but it's gone now. Never mind.
Don't want that bit.
Oh wow, never mind.
I don't want that bit.
Okay, that's used up that little small bit of a packet of peas. Just put that in there anyway, it's not like wasting food. How are we doing? I think you're probably done now, aren't you? Do you want to put that in the bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we...
I want to do it.
You do it then. Let me have your knife.
I want to do it with the knife.
Oh, you want to do it with the knife, okay? How's that going? Okay, while Nola's putting her courgettes in, so we've put some red onion, we've put some courgettes, we've put some peas. So nice. Basically, something that adds up to about 2 large or 3 small handfuls-ish. Honestly, you can kind of make it up as you go along with this recipe. Very nice, love it. So, we've got all of those. I've made a killer mistake of not crushing my veg stock cube before I took it out of the bucket, which is really silly thing to do.
Is that cinnamon back?
Cinnamon? No, it's not cinnamon. It's
I want to stir it.
Stir it, okay. You stir it and I'll put a little bit of the stock cube in. So about half a stock cube. At work, we use the tallow, very low salt ones. So don't worry if you have it at the cafe, we don't put a load of salt in. We don't actually over season anything, even the things that are made for the adults, like soup and things like that, because we do serve it for the children as well. So if you do have soup or something like that at the cafe, you might need to add seasoning if you are that way inclined. We tend to, you can always add it, can't take it away. Can you break up that little lump of peas? It's gotten a bit of ice while we're holding it together. Right, that's really nicely mixed, I love that. So we've got our veggies in there. What's next? Can you remember? We've got our half veg stock cube, a little bit of pepper.
Oh, stir it still.
So it doesn't mean we don't season things, we just don't put a load of salt in.
I'm just stirring it.
Just stirring it, okay, cool.
I'm stirring with the pepper.
Wow, can you do around the edges and get all of the veggies in? Here you go. So, we also add cheese. So like I said before, you could add feta cheese, you could do some other sort of cheese. If you, after Christmas, if you have a load of stuff from the cheese board, you could chop some other cheeses in it. If you're making these for grown-ups, obviously you could put, you know, like some slightly, you know, less pasteurised options in there. Depends the age. Maybe when they're poorly.
When they're poorly, they will make them a special dinner.
Oh, that is nice. If someone's feeling poorly, you make them a special dinner.
Board cookies.
Okay. It is nice to give people cakes and nice treats if they're feeling poorly though, isn't it? Food makes you feel better sometimes, especially when it's sent to you with some love and some kindness. Right, so we're going to add our cheese now. As you can see, I didn't really measure that. It's a couple of handfuls. I think everything in life is kind of made better if you put cheese in it. You could put vegan cheese. We've done them with the vegan cheese that we used at the cafe before, especially if it's like a nice melty one.
There you go, Mum.
But honestly, you could use whatever.
There you go.
It's a good recipe for using whatever you've got. Don't put your fingers in it, please, Sam. Right, so we're going to put some cheese in.
I want to put some cheese in.
You put the cheese in then. Lovely. So we've just grated it up. Sometimes I cube it. Depends whether I can find the grater or not. Oh, don't put your fingers in the egg. Ugh. There we go. Do you want to give that another mix?
Yeah.
Okay. Love it.
Can you put this down?
Right.
This
Yeah.
time, can you put it down?
Yeah, I can, yeah. Oh, crikey. That's really well mixed, isn't it? Love it. Oh, oh my goodness. Who knew I was going to be the one that made the mess, eh?
You.
Me. Oh, dear.
I mixed it.
You mixed it, you did it
Very well.
very well.
I still
Right.
want this though. Mix this bit.
So we don't need our chopping boards anymore. Should we move those out of the way? And we don't really need the knife either.
I want to do cases now.
Do you know what? You can read my mind. We've been spending way too much time together.
I do one half white, I one half.
They're just white inside. They're sparkly pink on the outside.
Uh-huh.
I wonder what cases everyone's using at home.
I hope they're doing sparkly.
I hope everyone's got sparkly cases. We have. It's very exciting. I forgot I had them, to be honest.
This one, Mummy. We're going to have this
I'm going to have that one. Okay, right. Mummy usually does this bit with cups, but as I say, I don't have my cups. So it's about 2 cups of self-raising flour. We have big bins of flour at the cafe, and cups are so much easier. I love the American cup system. It's so much easier than grams. And I don't really work in grams anyway, but it's about 250 grams. Sometimes you have to, the flour we get at work is quite lumpy, but this is not. So you might need to sieve your flour, you might not need to. Let's use that bit up. Oh, we're using up a lot of little bits and bobs, aren't we? It's a good recipe for that. Ooh, a bit dusty. What numbers are we on now? Can you remember? Can you read those?
I can't see because there's
I can't see because it's flying away.
I need
muffin without it going everywhere. Do you think it's going to happen? I think maybe I should just use scissors. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Nearly forgot about our butter, didn't we? Oh, goodness me. Jamie Oliver, I am not. Okay, this is almost melted. It's better if it's completely melted, but to be honest, I'm just going to go for it. We generally use like spreads and things at the cafe, and they melt a lot quicker.
One more.
Oh, well that's okay. We can just use that as an extra one, just in case. Just in case.
Just in case I want one. This is all.
Anyone else bored of not having
And
someone that's got the same sense of humour as you?
I'm excited.
You're really excited?
I want to mix it.
Okay. So I had 100 grams of flour in before I made a mistake. So we need 150 more. Can you not knock the table?
No, not a constant.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Flour.
It says 113. Okay, 158. We'll go with that. That'll do. Okay, can I mix it just a little bit and then you can carry on? Because I need to find where the butter is now. It's generally one of those recipes you can just kind of. It doesn't really matter if you go that way.
Because this is flour in the way.
Oh no! So at this point, it will look like it's not going to come together. Generally, it does. If you need to add a bit more moisture or you need to add a bit more flour, then do that.
I want to mix it a little.
Let me just see whether I can get it. Because I need to mix the butter in. Because Mummy made a mistake. God, you're such a drama queen. Honestly. Right. I think we might need a little bit more milk in ours. Because it's a little bit stiff, isn't it? But it's all really well combined. Right, be careful because it might slosh. I think that'll probably be enough. So this is a really good recipe also to put loads of, you know, if you want to start adding like herbs and spices, you know, especially when we have veg boxes. I think there's quite often a big bunch of herbs, and you know, they kind of cater as if you're like a wholesale situation. So the bunch of parsley that you get is enormous, or whatever. You can chop it up and put. Where are you going? There's nothing to cook in there at the moment, is there? Should we put this in there and then put it in the oven?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
No. This one.
Okay.
I need these ones.
You're going to use that one, are you? Or I'm using that one. Oh, a bit extra there. There we go.
I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
Because I got this.
Oh, okay.
I got this. I got this.
I know, darling, but Mummy's going to do it because it is a grown-up job, isn't it? Putting things in the oven is a grown-up
Wait,
job.
you haven't got any arm gloves.
Any arm gloves? That's okay because I'm not going to touch anything. And Mummy's got lots of experience of ovens. Okay? Can I have these ones? Can you put them back?
I want to put them back.
Okay, you put them back then. Okay, so they're going to be in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. It's really difficult to judge them. So yeah, about 20 to 30 minutes. Keep an eye on them. Go and have a play and join us back in a minute. So we've taken them out of the oven now, haven't we? And we've left them to cool a couple of minutes in the tin. Now we put them on a cooling rack, so we're just going to leave them to cool a little bit more before we eat them. What do you think, Nola? Do they smell nice?
Mm.
I think the cheese and the onion smells amazing together. Thank you so much for joining us for our little cook along. Hope to see you in the cafe again soon. If you haven't been already, where have you been? Make sure you come and visit us. We are at number 7 in the corridor, right in the city centre. So if you've got errands to run or you're just walking into town, make sure you come and see us for a hot cuppa that you might actually get the chance of drinking while it's hot.